My entire research, and here I'm considering my PhD and what I'm doing here, is motivated by transition. And being the child of transition, I grew up in Bosnia and then post-war Bosnia, and then at one point my family migrated to the United States. It was something that I was thinking about for many years, and I studied architecture initially, but it couldn't really provide me all the answers I had. So I worked in the business for a while and then decided to go back to school just to kind of come back to my roots, but also come back to academia and see what's happening. So for my PhD, I chose Bosnia as my subject because I saw that Bosnia was a different type of transition than post-socialist transition taking place, because of this war trajectory that took place and that postponed the processes, but also opened a lot of other processes that are both universal in terms of transitioning, in terms of economics and politics, but at the same time quite specific for, there are also many specific trajectories. I completed my PhD last year, and at the same time Belgrade and water was a very hot subject. And it is in many ways connected to what was happening in Bosnia. It's just that in Bosnia investments are not on such large scale, so the projects stay on smaller scale. And I saw Serbia, manifestations of transitions in Serbia quite connected to transition in Bosnia. So my line of thought was, since in Bosnia I recognize that there is a fragmentation of planning, and I'm a planner by profession, into many fragmented strategies, and I noticed these tendencies in other, both East European but Southeast European in particular countries. I wanted to see if I were to analyze this large project, Belgrade and water, how could I analyze actor networks, how could I analyze the general decisions, transparency factor, democratic processes. And it would be also interesting to use another case study to connect this large-scale study to, so Zagreb with water was a logical choice. So this is another project that's still virtual. I mean, it's planned long-term, but however, there are a lot of discussions, especially at the university, about what could be the solutions for the project. So the project that I'm doing here for 5 months is a cross-comparison of these two projects. I'm analyzing I'm analyzing several things. I'm analyzing how this fragmentation of planning processes from a very comprehensive planning during socialism onto a set of fragmented strategies later on impacted urban processes, so that's one level of change. And then I'm analyzing how these two large-scale projects are manifestations of general transitions that are happening in the region. So methodologically, my project is based on a hermeneutic approach, and I chose 20 subjects to talk about, 20 interviewees to talk about. And so I'm traveling Belgrade, Zagreb to see, to conduct the studies and see what my results might be. Sorry for a very long presentation, but I just wanted to take a little time to tell you also about my motivations too. Regarding the Institute itself, this is a great opportunity for all of us because coming from post-socialist studies, it's a subject that's dying out a little bit, I must say. It was very popular to study post-socialist cities in the 90s. And while I think that there is still imminent need to keep studying post-socialist cities, especially places like Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia, which are not in the late stage of post-socialism, but some of them, Bosnia especially, are stuck still in that. Because the war and the war to peace trajectory really postponed all the processes, I think it's very important to keep studying the region. This institute allowed that space, and we were also lucky to, although as Vedran said, our goals are to study various regions. We were lucky in a way, just because we're junior scholars and still trying to find our way, that all of us, or most of us, are focusing on the topics connected to the Balkans. So for me, it's quite enriching not just to be in the institution in the Balkans, where people are knowledgeable about the processes, but also to have colleagues who are focusing on topics that can enrich my area of focus as well. So this exchange is priceless. I mean, it's just priceless to be in a setting where you can have very open exchange about the issues, and all of us are of different backgrounds, different studied at different places. That's something I just prize greatly, just this great openness and acceptance at the same time, nourishing exchange. Maybe I should stop there. I let that go. Say something. I went on and on.